We have some news right now. If you want to know what's happening at Mar-a-Lago today, there was a dedication by evangelical Christian leaders of a giant gold statue of Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. They were blessing and dedicating this new statue of the President of the United States. It appears to be in all gold. This is what the religious leaders at Mar-a-Lago in South Florida were up to today. This video was obtained by Christopher Hale, who does fantastic work. So yeah, let me know what you think. It's just another statue. He has another one, by the way, in South Florida, his Doral Country Club as well. So this is the second statue he has now built. It's kind of North Korea style, is what a lot of people have pointed out. And it's even a little odder given the fact that you have religious leaders literally blessing it in real time. So, as always, spread the word and follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. I'll have more updates for you soon. We have some news. Now, if you want to know what's happening at Mar-a-Lago today.
All right, Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the sisters out there unto the thy foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. And this guy right here, Donald J. Trump, he is, wow. So in case you haven't, if you people don't understand, this guy he's deifying himself with no accomplishment, might I add. The only accomplishment that he has really can take credit for is sowing the chaos that he's bringing. Because the first thing that came in my mind, to be honest, was thinking about Nebuchadnezzar. See, but at least Nebuchadnezzar, even though he was proud as hell, even though the Lord jacked him up for it, at least he accomplished something. He had taken the known world at that time. He had took down all nations. It was under his heel. All right. Although it wasn't his own strength, his own power, at least he could say he did something, like his accolades. This guy, he hasn't done shit. He didn't accomplish anything. And the little that he does brag and talk about, oh, I stopped 8 wars. The Dow's 50,000. I mean, honestly, his accomplishment is none. There's no comparisons because he hasn't accomplished nothing. So it's like, what is this guy even boasting and bragging? He wanted to get an ark for himself, the Ark of Trump. All right, he wants to get a ballroom. And he had one of his pit bulls. What's his name? Lindsay. I like to call him Lily Graham. He got him telling the world, "Oh, the taxpayers don't mind getting a ballroom for the president and security." You know, like this guy really accomplished something. This guy is wow. Hey, just like Nebuchadnezzar, he was feeling himself, and the Lord got him good. Matter of fact, I'll have to get that too. But let me start out with this. So yeah, this Trump he's just full of himself. He's feeling himself right now. He's literally feeling himself. Like he's touching his own body and he is really feeling himself. I mean, there's nothing that can be said except for expect this to happen. Proverbs 16 and 18. It said, pride goeth before destruction, and the haughty spirit before a fall. I mean, you don't get more foul than that to make a statue of yourself. All right? To literally make a statue of yourself as you living. Not after you died, like majority of these people would do, show some sort of humility. No, 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 not this guy. He got to be full blown in himself. That's why I thought he was joking when he wasn't joking with Venezuela, and he said, what did he say? He said he's such a great president that he could go down to Venezuela and they will vote for him. And then they was trying to tell, oh yeah, this is what we're doing down there, or what we accomplished. And he said, screw that. What was the statue? So he literally making himself a god right before everybody's face. A man that shits and pisses on himself, lying straight out of his teeth about everything. And now he made himself, he deified himself. That's what we're seeing right there. Oh, let me get this. Sirach 10 and 9. Was it? Yep, straight to the point. The Wadi Al-Bashim Yal. It says, you know what? I go up. 7. Pride is pride is hateful before the Most High and men. By both do if one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And right now we literally in a transition period of power. What we're seeing it. You can see it clear with the lower class, not the upper class quite yet. The elites are losing. They're losing their power, but you can't see that. However, the average Edomite out there is crying because they know that they're losing. That's how you know things are going, not going their way, because the average person is crying about losing power by losing their strength. There was a particular, let me get this real quick. What was that? Hopefully, yeah, it was this brother. Hold on for a second. It was on his page. I was gonna do it on his own, but might as well put it in here. Check this out.
Congressional districts again gives us a chance at all of them if we get some reprieve from courts, and so we'll see how that goes, and certainly hope that the Supreme Court will overturn Amendment 14 and gives us a shot to revisit those.
Well, what would you say from your perspective? I mean,
so now, if that went over people's head, she explains it.
Hey, y'all. So they finally said it out loud on camera with their whole chest. Alabama's House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter stood in front of the press after his state passed a redistricting bill and said, and I quote, "I certainly hope the Supreme Court will overturn Amendment 14, end quote. I need you to understand what he means. You see, the 14th Amendment is not a technicality. It's not a redistricting footnote. It's the amendment that made Black people citizens of this country after 250 years of enslavement, ratified in 1868, written in blood. It says you are a citizen. It says you have equal protections under the law. It says no state can strip your rights without due process. It is the legal spine of every civil rights victory we have ever won. And Ledbetter hopes the Supreme Court throws it in the trash. That's not a redistricting argument, ladies and gentlemen. That's a declaration. See, they're not hiding under their white hoods and robes anymore. They are not dog whistling. They are standing at a podium saying, we want the amendment that made you citizens gone. This is happening right now in real time, 2026. And the only thing they're afraid of The only reason they want to erase that amendment is because they know what we do when we show up. So show up.
But she mean by show up, go out there and vote, blah 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 blah. So there's a panic.
And remind every black and brown.
There's a panic spirit that's going on amongst Esau. Esau knows exactly that they're losing power. All right, they're panicking. They're doing things. They're saying that, like she said, he's saying the quiet part out loud because they feel that they're losing. When they was winning, they didn't have to do it. They had to say nothing. All right, all they had to do was keep doing what they was doing. But they're losing, and they know they're losing because they know, one, it's less and less of them. Two, they're running out of time. All right, they're gonna have to, and they have to pay for what they have done. And what did they do? How was this place? And you know, when they panic under this guy's administration, went and changed everything that's spoken of when it came to slavery. Everything that was spoken of slavery, he took it out. So him taking it out, they fear the fact that the people know exactly what they're all about, and they know that, like the scripture says, that the children shall complain of an ungodly father. So in order to do what they do, they have to erase the past. Okay, they have to erase the past. So erasing the past is the only way that they could feel better of themselves. So this devil, these devils, sorry, are trying their best to erase that which they have. So now this guy over here, he's trying to accomplish something that no other president has accomplished, which he's trying to establish this new world order. And his popularity is at an all-time low. Okay, and the people that really support him is the his people that's sick, and they try to prevent every, they try to prevent judgment from taking place. But he's falling right in line with the said judgment because he is so goddamn proud. This guy literally made a golden statue of himself, and he's put it all over the place. You got to be out of your mind. So going to Sirach 10 and 9 now. Why is earth and ash proud? There's not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. But such a one set of his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casts away his bowels. So why is earth and ash proud? People, every man on the planet Earth is from the earth. All right. So why are you proud? You didn't make yourself. The Lord made you. Okay. And this is how you know for a fact that he's going down. He's literally going down. And this guy's a living embodiment of that failure. Okay. He's following a legacy of former uh, um, emperors and so forth and kings that fell for the trap of making themselves more greater than they are. And it says Daniel, was it the third chapter or second chapter? So it says third chapter. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits, and he set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. So Nebuchadnezzar was filling himself in all his accomplishments that he made a statue of himself. He literally made a statue of himself. And this is what he said. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, and the judges, the treasuries, the counselors, the sheriff, and all the rulers of the province to make the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar's the king, has set up. So that's exactly what this guy's following. All right. And what did the guy said? He said they consecrated it. They dressed it and they blessed it. All right. So that whole MAGA movement is nothing but a cult. They got the cult of personality, which is Trump. All right. But it's nothing but a cult. And they're gonna follow this guy no matter what he does, however he does. He said it long ago that he could shoot somebody at Fifth Avenue and nobody's gonna do nothing. That's why he said, and this is what during his second campaign, or so he knew from the jump that he had everybody. He had him. He had him. He had these people by the balls, and he's living by it. He created a statue, and he's going to turn around and bless it, and not question one thing. Not even question: is this scriptural? Is it no? And this is supposed to be a Christian state, right? And it says, then the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the councils, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province were gathered together in dedication of the image of Nebuchadnezzar, and has set up and has stood before the image of the Nebuchadnezzar, and they set it up. And the herald cried out loud, "To you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages." So, there was a oh shit. I think somebody's. I think it's real now. Now I think it's real. So there was a little video with Trump talking to somebody, and he was talking about was he wasn't on camera. They just picked it up. And he was talking about how King Jong Un or King Jong Un, whatever his name is, how he has his people. He comes in, they stand up, and pretty much they worship him. He said how he would like to have it for his people, talking about the Americans. So he wants people to worship him. He wants people to acknowledge who he is. He believes in his heart that he's a God. All right, just like this guy. Okay, and it says, "In what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, the demerol, demisero, and all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king have set up." And then this is what led to the three holy children going to the furnace, and Nebuchadnezzar seeing Yahushua in the furnace with the holy children, and they came out alive. They came out of it. All right. So Nebuchadnezzar was he was a heathen. However, him being a heathen and the Lord saying that this is his servant, he played his role. He played his role very well. Okay? As a matter of fact, he played his role so fucking good that his name is etching forever. Now hold on, I'm looking for the results. I think it's in the fourth chapter. I don't have to go that far. Um, oof. Oh yeah. Now, Daniel's 4:1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of all the people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. And I thought it is good to show the signs and wonders that the high God had want towards me. How great are his signs and how mighty are his works. I'm talking about the Most High. Because I want the part. No, that's not it. Because this goes into his dreams, and that's not the one I was looking for. I want to see. Okay, so it got to be this Slovakia. 41. No, 40. Let's say 31. While the word was in the king's mouth. Sorry, I got to go up. Keep this in mind. Um, Daniel's 4:30. The king spake and said, "Is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by the might of my power and and from the honor of my majesty?" So Nebuchadnezzar was really feeling himself. He was like, "Yeah, this is what I did. I dedicated. I'm the one that did this." Right? While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying, "O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from man, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. That said, they shall make thee to eat grass as an ox, and 7 times shall pass over thee until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whosoever he will." So he's being taught. He's being not taught. He was being told, like, look, because he had arrogance, this is what's going to happen. And what it says about a child that, Hebrews, the 12th chapter speaks of the 12th chapter of a bastard that's not being chastised. And all these Edomites, they get away with the uttermost things that you could think of. All right, all they care about is themselves. All they boast and brag about their accomplishments because they're full with pride, and nothing. The Lord doesn't judge them right away. So since the Lord doesn't judge them right away, what end up happening? They themselves become prouder and prouder. But why the Lord is allowing that to happen? Because now great judgment comes from that pride. Okay, so they dedicating themselves to their pride is going to lead them to their greatest downfall in history, and that's why this guy doing the things that he's doing, he might not come back. All right, he could be a vegetable for all we know. He might be a vegetable soon. Okay, the Lord is about to judge this man in such a harsh manner. It's not even funny. He literally made a golden statue of himself. It says the same hour was was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar. So he was just told right then and there, like, yo, this is what's gonna happen to you. This is it. And exactly what it was. It says, and he was driven from men and did eat grass and as an oxen, and his body was wet with dew of heaven, till his hairs were grown like an eagle's feather, and his nails like the birds of claws. So he really, the Lord transformed him. All right. Basically, he was a derelict. And there's old people who's like, yo, what the hell happened to him? And this is at the end of days, I Nebuchadnezzar lift up my eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me, and I bless the Most High, and I praise and honor him that liveth forever, whose dominion is everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. Hey, but they're not gonna these elites are not gonna do that. All right, they won't do it. Why? Because it's pride, pride, and the scripture says it right here, Romans 9:17. But the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared through all the earth. Therefore have he had mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. And what the Lord is doing, he's hardening the heart of this current Pharaoh. All right. The orange man is his mind is hardened. He really think he's accomplished. Like when this guy's supposed pastor, what was his name? Paula White did the comparison, comparing this guy to Yahushua. Right then and there, he should have been struck down, but the Lord didn't strike him. The Lord is like, nope, I'm not. I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I'm dead. I'm being dead serious. The Lord is just waiting for the right moment. Tells you about in Acts. I'm not gonna get it. I'm just gonna quote it. I think the 13th chapter, how it was a group of Israelites. I think it was a Sephardic, and they was praising Agrippa, and Agrippa gave a speech, and they said, oh, how great the guy's speech was. It's like he was a god on earth, and he was feeling himself, and the angel, the death angel came and took him. So just imagine what the Lord is gonna do to this guy, right? The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai he's setting him up. All right, he's literally setting this man up. His fall is gonna be wow, because he's gonna be the last. Gonna be the last president. It says, "Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he that find fault? For one, I say, for who who have resisted his will? Nobody." It says, "Nay, man, nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against the Most High? Shall the thing that framed say to him that framed it, Why thou hast, why thou hast, why thou hast made me thus? Have not the powder power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and the other vessel unto dishonor? But if the Most High willingly to show His wrath, so the Lord He wants to show. Oh, that's another great point. Man, sometimes you read things over and over again. You say, "Wow." It says, let me read that part again. It says, "What if the Most High willingly to show his wrath. So the Lord wants to show his power. He wants to show his anger. He wants to show everything. He wanted to show the world. It says, and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. And it was solely created to be destroyed. All right. So, hey, pride goes before a fall. When shit hits the fan, this guy's gonna be the first one to escape. Lying to his citizens. But all that lie, all that praise of men is gonna count against his ass. All of that. So the Lord's he created Esau Edom to fill his wrath, his unfiltered, unadulterated wrath. Somebody gotta do it. It's better than us. It's them, better them than us. Type. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.